Welcome to the Imperium channel everyone. In today's video you will get to know more about the Viking raid of Lindisfarne in the 8th century. But first let's have a look into 8th century Scandinavia before we go further with this noble adventure. This distant and mysterious land is home to strong peoples organized into a tribal system that spend most of their time fighting amongst each other instead of uniting into a single identity, yet they are very strong, resilient, clever and warlike, as they should be, to survive in this rugged and cold landscape surrounded by icy waters. That surely was a contributing factor to start the Viking Age, or as people of that time would tell you, the Viking Reign of Terror. Living their poor and miserable lives in the hope to find plunder and adventure was of course a very strong motive for these warlike peoples to start thinking about raiding. I know you very eager to learn about the raid, but first let's consider that the Norsemen could not just wake up in the morning and decide, oh, let's gather a great bunch of friends and pillage some stuff, Sven. Before that could even happen, they needed to make sure they have everything they needed to travel across the ocean. Those things being supplies like food, fresh water, weapons, and the most important, a boat. Then sure, they could go try to find a crew to sail with them with promises of adventure and treasures beyond their wildest dreams. It's time to find a crew, but how hard could it be? Very hard indeed. Going on a raid, it's not like inviting someone to take a walk in the shore. It's dangerous, hard and time-consuming. Not to mention it could be all for nothing if they don't know where they're heading, so let's analyze this. You have a group of people willing to listen to your plan, and now you must convince them that this voyage is worth their time and effort. You must tell them where you're heading, how you're planning to get there, what they might find and how to easily attack a certain remote place, so they can plunder enough to fill their house when they make it back. It's time to load the boat with the supplies and embark, and face the greatest challenge. The North Sea. Its waters are ice cold and the strong winds might blow the boat away from its course. But these people are no stranger to extreme cold climates and certainly not lacking any navigation skills, yet it will take long weeks to cross this vast sea of nothing to get the British Isles, so without further delay, let's embark in this adventure all the way to Lindisfarne, where plunder, danger and adventure awaits us. The Vikings left Scandinavia during the summer, when the time it's best to launch an expedition across the sea, but still it's very hard to cross. Very long weeks pass and they look at the vast ocean and see nothing but water and birds in the sky with the sun above their heads. Only Odin would know what state of mind they were, but still they made it to Lindisfarne. One can just imagine how exciting it must have been when these Nordics first saw the shore of Lindisfarne without any defenses. That foggy morning looked just like any other to the monks of the monastery. We can just imagine some of them doing daily tasks near the shore, and notice a Viking longship penetrating the scene through the fog, crawled with gruesome-looking individuals shouting and beating their weapons on their shields. Obviously these monks run back to the inner part of the monastery and alert the others and pray to God to send these barbarians away. But praise alone won't save them. So the band of raiders rush their humble wooden buildings and set their eyes upon scared monks on their knees with their hands up asking for mercy. But mercy is not in a Viking nature, so they massacre most of the monks and take a few as slaves. As time passes, the Vikings gather more and more plunder, and when they are done looting they go back to their ship and load it with stolen gold, silver and copper from the monks and sail back to Scandinavia before any aid from neighboring towns comes to their rescue. As the Vikings distance themselves from the island, the only thing that can be seen as they look back is the green landscape, with the wooden buildings burning far away with a huge smoke going into the atmosphere. A place that would never recover from these raids and would be attacked many times more throughout history by Vikings, but never had the same impact as the first one. It was a shock to the Christian world. How could such holy site be attacked? Have these barbarians no shame or dignity? They do have, but according to their laws,